mistakes. We all want to make our own mistakes. Your parents tell you, no, don't hang out with those people. They're bad for you. No, Dad, they're my friends. Yeah, but you realize your old man knows what he's talking about. He's been in the world 50 years longer than you. He knows who's good friends and who's bad friends. Even if they call you, no, he's my best friend. Yeah, he's your best friend until he stabbed you in the back. He's my best friend. No, these are all my best friends, Abba. All my best friends. The old man's making fun of you in his heart. Why? He says, if you die with one good friend, you're lucky. Forget about best friends. One good friend, you're a lucky person. One good friend. People think that they need to have a lot of friends. To us, it's otherwise. It's nice to have people that you get along with. But if you listen to the Chachamim, they'll tell you something that's the opposite of the reality of today. The Rabbi Chaim Volozhin, in Sefer Keter Rosh, in page 144, says there is an Eikar in Avodat Hashem. There is a most critical point in the servitude of Hashem. There's many points, many things that you need to know in serving Hashem, but there is one point that he considers, and he says this is Eikar. This is something that's a foundational point. This is something that is critical. You must know this. You must utilize it if you want to serve Hashem at the highest level. Now, some people think, oh, it must be learning Torah. Other people are going to say, oh, you must maybe perfect all of your midot. Like the Gaon Vilna says. You have to perfect your midot. Torah says it. Others are going to say, maybe you have to not be so materialistic, like some of the things we're talking about today. Rabbi Chaim Volozhin, who heard it from the Arizal, his teacher, says the Ikar, the Avodat Hashem, is to clear the path to heaven by not being connected to the public, because they disturb you in your Avodat Hashem. Meaning, a person that wants to serve Hashem to the fullest is going to disconnect themselves from the public as much as possible, and only do it if it's for public reasons, public needs. Meaning, the Arizal, the Chaim Volozhin, all of these tzaddikim, they dealt with the public on a regular basis. Somebody comes with a question, they give an answer. Somebody comes with a problem, they deal with them, they help them. That is a public need. That you do. But that's not what we're talking about. That's the exception. He's talking about everything else. What we call today friends, acquaintances. That stuff, you want to serve Hashem at the highest level? Eliminate it altogether. Why? Rashi says, you want friends? Go buy some Sfarim. Go buy some books. Go buy some books. You'll learn. You'll learn something useful. You'll learn something useful. That's who you'll be your best friend. Your best friend should be Rashi, maybe Rambam, maybe the Ramban, maybe the GAN, the Rama, Rabbi Yosef Karo, some of the leading poskim of the current generation. They should be your best friends. Now, most young people are going to hate this. Why? If you're a young person, I have 3 best friends, 4 best friends, 18 best friends. The whole graduating class is a best friend. Little do they know that 10 years later, they won't even remember each other's name. Everybody in their graduating class, they're hugging each other. Yeah, I'm going to miss you, I'm going to miss you, I'm going to miss you. 6 months later, you forgot who the guy is. He's my best friend. Best friend. Once one of you gets married, bye-bye. You're lucky if you're still in touch with your siblings. Forget about best friends. Why? Life goes on. This is, again, this may sound terrible, bad in some people's... It's not. It's just a simple reality as you get older. You realize there are simply more important things in life. Maintain relationships, siblings, parents, that's a relationship. Friends, they come and go. And most of the time, they come when you don't need them, and they go when you do need them. So, the sages were very clear in their instructions. You want to serve Hashem? Eliminate all distractions. Your friends are a distraction. Why are they a distraction? They want to do stuff. They want you to entertain them. They want to go on vacation together. They want to go out to eat together. They want to go to sleep. They want to this. They want to call you. They want to chit-chat with you. You know, they want to do stuff. That's distractions. Instead of calling your girlfriend or your friend or your buddy and just chit-chatting about absolutely nothing for 45 minutes, you could just go learn another Shiur Torah. It's going to actually help you in real life. That conversation with your friend for 45 minutes, for sure it's not going to help your life. Not your life or her life. Most likely it'll ruin both of your lives, because most of it is Lashon Hara anyway. It's not going to help anybody. Those conversations don't help anybody. No, but she's my friend. In what way? That she talks Lashon Hara with you? When you go up to Shemaim and they get punished because of all the Lashon Hara that you talk to your girlfriend every night for 30 years. You still gonna say, oh, she's my best friend. Okay, don't worry, we'll put you in the same place. You guys are going to be together too. What are you going to get out of it? Nothing. If she's your best friend in Chesed, meaning you guys do mitzvot together, you learn together, Baruch Hashem, that's a friend. If she rebukes you and you rebuke her back and you accept each other's rebuke, that's a friend. But how many people have such friends? Most of the time you rebuke your friend, I don't want to be a friend anymore. I don't want to be a friend anymore. Yeah, but you've been my friend for 10 years. Yeah, I don't want to be a friend anymore. Walk around next to them, they act like you've never seen you before. Seen that a few times. Strange how people act. You can be friends with them for 10, 20 years. One day you do something to annoy them, they pass by you, they walk by you like you're a ghost. I had 3 employees did this to me when I was really sick on Wall Street. I'll never forget this in my life. 3 guys, each one of them I helped them in a different way. One guy, marriage, another guy, money, another guy, also marriage and money and other things. Each one of them, Baruch Hashem, I invested a lot of money into, and a lot of time into, and a lot of everything into. One day they asked for a raise, an unreasonable raise. They pretty much wanted to take over the company because I was sick, I was dying. And I told him no, which is pretty much what every boss would say, no. You want everything for yourself? So what did I do from that day on, until I fired him eventually? They walked into the office and they wouldn't talk to me. In my office, in my house. They'd pass by me, and I'd pass. They wouldn't say hello, wouldn't say good morning, nothing. For a few months, until I fired them. They thought they were superheroes, that way. Don't say hi, don't say hello. People do this. How long was I friends with each one of them? The shortest relationship among them was 12, 13 years, the shortest. One of them was like 20 plus years. Just like that. People will sell you out for $5. Sometimes even less. Why? That's the way people are. Don't invest so much in these friends. Why? They're temporary. So, now, a person understands that there is an upper world and there's a lower world. Meaning, an upper world which is a world full of wisdom, a lower world which is missing this wisdom. And he elevates his thoughts above all that exists in this lower life, in this lower world. He will see the element of wisdom installed in man, created of worldly material, as one of the most puzzling mysteries of all. His soul will be overcome by desire to understand this mystery, but to no avail. Once a person gets clarity, they don't necessarily need to attain complete wisdom, but they attain clarity about that wisdom does exist, and that wisdom, all 7 parts of it, which at one point we'll talk about each part, all 7 parts of wisdom, all of it is in the Torah, all of it. Anything that's of any value is in the Torah. All of it is to be found in the Torah and nowhere else. Once a person knows that this exists, he becomes overcome by the desire to become wise. Meaning, this becomes his or her new addiction. She cannot get enough shiurim, she wants more. He cannot get enough books, he wants to read more. More, more, that becomes his addiction. Tell me, you want to come and play baseball with us? What? Baseball? No. Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, no, nothing, I just want to go. In your mind, like, why is this guy asking me to play with a stupid ball? I could just go read some Rambam right now. I go read the Gemara. I want to play with a ball with my dog? Like in your mind, you can't tell it to the guy because it's going to insult him. But in your mind, like, why would I want to play with a ball? Am I a dog? Dog doesn't have a brain, so he plays with a ball back and forth 500 times. I'm not a dog. I want to live forever. I have to attain more wisdom. Why? Because yesterday I found out why the Korban is this way, not that way. Today I want to find out why the Korban is not the other way instead of this way. And so on and so forth. You want to attain wisdom, not only for the things that are pertaining to your life, but for the sake of wisdom itself. Because you know that this is good and you want more of it. You cannot watch enough good quality shurim. You cannot read enough good sfarim that are full of new wisdom that you've never heard before. You cannot learn enough Torah. It's mamash an addiction. That's what David HaMelech was saying to Hashem in his Tehillim. While all of these kings talk about nonsense and mundane, your Torah is constantly my conversation, even when I'm next to these kings. They can talk about whatever they want, and they think that I'm a king, and I'll talk about the same thing. War, and money, and poverty, and the people, and what's the best way to run the land. Hashem, all I talk about is Torah. They're talking about, oh yeah, we're going to open a new bridge here, and the other guy's talking about, yeah, we have new weapons, and the other guy's going to say, yeah, we have a new enemy.